If you hood educated, I'm glad you made it. Allow me to unfold my knowledge, wisdom, and understanding from a hood brother's point of view to all of you, here, there, and everywhere. Now check me out.
4 people are dead after a wave of shootings in Macon Saturday into the overnight hours of Sunday. In the past 24 hours, 9 people in total were reportedly shot across 5 separate incidents. Around 10:30 Saturday night, a 25-year-old man was shot on Florence Avenue. He was taken to the hospital where he later died. Just after midnight, a second shooting on Key Street left 3 people injured, including a 7-year-old boy. About an hour later, a 17-year-old boy was shot along Holt Avenue and was also taken to the hospital. Then just after 3:30 Sunday morning, deputies responded to a shooting on Mosley Avenue where they found 3 men dead at the scene. The majority of these incidents happening within a 2-mile radius in West Macon, in neighborhoods off of Pionono Avenue and Mercer University Drive near Eisenhower Parkway. And today, a 5th shooting off of Dewey Street in South Bibb left a 55-year-old woman hospitalized. Investigators say the victim was in her car when shots rang out. She's currently in stable condition. The Bibb Sheriff's Office is investigating each of these cases. Hunter King shares what we know so far tonight.
A wave of violence swept through West Macon Saturday night into Sunday. The first shooting happened on Florence Avenue. 35-year-old Chavez Adams was shot and later died at the hospital, but that was just the beginning. After midnight, 3 people were shot on Key Street, including a 7-year-old boy. All 3 survived, and an hour and a half later, a 17-year-old was shot on Holt Avenue. He's expected to be okay. At 3:30 in the morning, deputies arrived at Mosley and Cedar Avenues and found 3 men dead. And now the most recent, a shooting near Pionono Avenue and Dewey Street just after 2:30 this afternoon, where a woman was shot in her car.
It breaks my heart because it's the same story. It takes a village to raise our children, and our village is scattered.
New Piney Grove Baptist Church sits just feet away from the triple homicide. And this morning, Pastor Scruggs stood before his congregation, including a member who had just lost her nephew in the violence, and said he was tired of telling the same story.
And now we're in 2026, and I'm seeing the same thing. And consequently, it has gotten worse. And I don't know when it's going to stop.
Pastor Emeritus Dave Wilcoxon has been rooted in this neighborhood for more than 30 years. He said the community had worked hard in recent years to push back against the violence, which made last night feel like a gut punch.
Pastor was quite disturbed. He was hurt. He made mention that he did not want to lose another young man to the streets.
We need to be not a gatekeeper, but a gateway. And so we have to open up our doors, and we have to make a difference in the lives of these children.
The Bibb County Sheriff's Office says its violent crime unit is investigating the shootings. No suspects have been named in any of the 5 shootings. Reporting in Macon, Hunter King, 13 WMAZ News.
Now, if you have any information, authorities say to call the Bibb County Sheriff's Office at 478-751-7500. So far, again, no word on arrests being made in any of these cases, but the Bibb County Sheriff's Office is investigating. But tonight, we're also hearing from Mayor Lester Miller as these investigations continue. Miller sending us a statement tonight, writing in part, "Our hearts are breaking and our souls are crying out today alongside too many people. The tragedies and violence of this weekend and past week are enough to make the strongest person mourn and ask why. Today, support the people and the families directly impacted. They need our love and prayers today. We must each do our part to end this violence and continue making our entire community safer."
What in the hell do y'all got going on down there in Macon, Georgia? I mean, come on now. From my understanding, Macon ain't no real big city like Atlanta or nothing like that. You know, what do y'all got going on down there? And, you know, from the reports that I'm getting, you know, I'm hearing so many things. It's like, damn, like somebody telling me, one person telling me that it's a gang war going on down there. Some people telling me it's a drug war going on down there. And other people are telling me that, hey man, you know, that's just how it go down there in Macon. This is my first time ever even hearing about Macon. But for y'all to be doing all that shooting and all that killing down there, come on. And for what though? That's the whole thing about it. For what? You see? look, according to the reports that I am getting about this situation down there in Macon, Georgia, where those 3 brothers was killed, they are saying that the 3 brothers that got killed wasn't even the intended target. Did you hear what I said? The 3 men who have lost their lives wasn't even the intended targets. From my understanding, there was a huge gathering down there, a huge gathering. And in this gathering, an argument started. Look, I'm going to say this, and I'm going to always reiterate this. I'm going to say this a million times. I'm going to pound it into y'all head until it become a part of your memory bank. Whenever you around a gang of people, I don't care if they black, white, Asian, Native, Latin, whenever you around a gang of people, a multitude of people, and somebody get to arguing, and they talking loud, and one person say, alright, okay, I'll be back. That is your cue right there. I gotta go. Now don't look. As soon as they start arguing, baby, come on, get your purse. Come on. Leave that drink there. Come on, let's go. Hey, boy, come on, let's go. As soon as they start arguing, ain't nothing to be talked about. We up out of here. We are not finna wait and sit and say, hold on, wait, the argument might calm down. Those is family members, they just tripping a little bit. We're not doing none of that, y'all. As soon as they start arguing, we gotta go. That's our cue to exit. Okay, where the door at? Go start the car. You see? And then when somebody say, hey, look, I'll be right back. Okay, cool. I'll be back. No. You're gonna be back. We already understand what that means. If you from the hood, you know, I'll be back. Okay, I understand you, and I believe that you will be back. But when you come back, me and my family and me and my peoples, we gonna be gone. You see? So I advise all y'all, no matter where you at, I don't care if it's a club, concert, wherever. They get to arguing, man, get up out of there. Don't wait around to see what's happening. Because when you waiting around to see what's happening and when them bullets get to spraying, listen, they don't got no name on them. They don't have no mercy. And they, look, can knock you down, kill you for something that you ain't even had nothing to do with. Now the reports that I'm getting is that that's exactly what happened in this situation. A gang of people was around, kicking it, laughing, giggling, gambling, scrambling, smoking, drinking, just doing what people do when they congregating. An argument jump off. The argument, people are still around, like sitting around, oh, yeah, they just arguing, man, it ain't nothing. During the argument, one of the guys, the guy that is locked up right now for the triple murder, produces a firearm. Rap, rap, rap. And in doing that right there, killed 3 people that ain't have nothing to do with the argument or nothing.
We're learning that a triple homicide suspect had to go to the hospital after a fight at the Bibb County Jail. Yesterday, we showed you the first court appearance for Julius Milner. He's accused of killing 3 men early Sunday morning on Mosley Avenue in West Macon. Milner was arrested the next day. The sheriff's office says that night he was injured in a fight with other inmates. His brother Darius was also injured in that fight. He's been in the jail since last June on aggravated assault, weapons, and marijuana charges. Both men were treated at the hospital and returned to the jail Monday night. After that fight, the sheriff's office says Julius was sent to another jail for his protection, but they won't tell us which one.
Now listen, they saying that, this area that this stuff happening in is, it's gang infested. It's gangs over there. But one thing we know about gang banging is that usually when there's a multitude of people, they are part of the same gang or similar gang where they are cool with each other. But just from being around and just being a part of that lifestyle, that's how wars always start. It's always, almost probably 9.9% of all the gang wars throughout the United States, these gangbangers was once cool. They was once buddy-buddy. And then something happened. Somebody got robbed. Somebody had sex with somebody else's woman. Somebody got stabbed. Somebody got beat up. Somebody got shot. Something happened. And now these guys who was once cool are killing each other. And in this situation right here, they saying that the 3 guys that done lost their life ain't even have nothing to do with nothing. But the guy that was shooting, pop, 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 killed him. And the guy that he was trying to shoot, from my understanding, got injured, but he's still alive right now today. Check it out.
20-year-old man is in jail tonight, charged with killing 3 men early Sunday morning.
Julius Milner appeared in Bibb County's magistrate court today. He's accused in the deadliest of 8 weekend shootings that killed 4 people and wounded 9 others. Maggie Fitzgerald shares what we know about the suspect and the victim so far.
Today, 20-year-old Julius Milner made his first court appearance, one day after his arrest in the deadliest of 8 Macon shootings this weekend. On Monday, Milner showed up for a scheduled probation check on a July 12, 2024 case for theft and driving without a license. That's when members of the U.S. Marshals Fugitive Task Force took him into custody. Investigators charged him with 3 counts of murder. Milner is accused of killing 25-year-old Charleston Burnett, 25-year-old Jordan Gardner, and 26-year-old Willie Kane. Deputies say they were shot and killed early Sunday near Mosley and Cedar Avenues.
It hit home. I never had a student in this situation before.
Hours before his arrest, Milner was sitting in a court-ordered adult readiness class with the Motivating Youth Foundation. It was a shock to Executive Director Roger Jackson. He said Milner had been enrolled in his program for 4 weeks and was expected to graduate Thursday.
That was heart-wrenching when I saw him on the news. We talked yesterday. He talked about finally getting to graduate. I've been here twice, and other students looked at him like, "You been here twice?" And he's like, "Yeah." He said, "I'm finna graduate." I said, "Yeah, you're graduating Thursday, buddy."
Authorities have not said if they expect more arrests. Meanwhile, the victims' families are calling for an end to the violence. Willie Kane's sister, Crystal, remembering her brother's infectious smile and spirit that lit up every room. In a statement to WMEZ, she said in part, "His passing has left a permanent scar on the hearts of all who knew and loved him. Our family pleads with the city of Macon to help stop the senseless violence that continues to take lives and leave families broken."
My heart goes out to those families that the tragic thing happened to their loved ones, and those who was injured. It's just a terrible thing. I can't say what happened.
In Macon, Maggie Fitzgerald, 13, WMEZ News.
The sheriff's office has now made arrests in 2 of the weekend's 8 shootings.
You see, now this boy right here, life is over with. It's done with for him. All due to an emotional outburst. He couldn't govern his emotions. He couldn't just have a dialogue with somebody without saying, "You know what, I gotta resort to violence. I gotta pull my gun out. No, we not finna fight. We not finna do none of that. I gotta pull my gun out and I'm finna shoot you and everybody else around here." That's how they caught him so quick. Because everybody that was out there that night, they know each other. And if they don't know each other, it's like this. Say if me and one of my homeboys come, right, to a gathering. I know you, but you don't know my homeboy. But my homeboy know him, and he don't know me. You see what I'm saying? But we all here together. We all here together. And we comfortable because, we ain't finna bring some person around that, that can harm people. Everybody know everybody. At least that's what we believe. You see? And so now here it is in this situation. That's what happened. And that's how all these 3 guys done got their lives took. Cold-blooded demonstration. So when all these guys got shot up and everybody else that got shot up that night, Guess how the police know who did the shooting? Just guess. Because look, gangsters don't do no telling. You know, street guys strict to the code. You know, they stick to the code. They ain't doing no telling or none of that type of stuff because that's just not how they live. But just in this occasion right here, guess how they found out who actually did the shooting and how they caught him just like that. Yeah, the same gangsters that was there, the same gangsters that he was shooting at, it's the same gangsters that was like, hey look, it was him, he the one. This is what happened, he the one did it. Yeah, he shot at me too, you understand what I'm saying? He shot my boy in the leg though. You see, he just pulled his gun out and just started going crazy. You see what I'm saying? So, nah, come on now. That's why I be trying to tell you, brothers. Y'all in this lifestyle and y'all believe in this foolishness. Listen, gangs gonna tell. Look, how do y'all think all the gangsters is locked up right now today? If the street rules was for real, let's be 100. If the street rules was valid and street guys was serious about these rules and regulations, there should be no gangsters locked up. There should be no street guys locked up. None. But everybody that's locked up is street guys. It's gangsters, gangbangers. How is this possible? Because they doing a lot of snitching. They doing a lot of telling. Hey, I know exactly what happened over here. You see what I'm saying? Hey, look, no, it didn't go like that. Officer, it didn't go like that. I'm gonna tell you what really happened. Because when I tried to run, I failed. And then when I failed, I looked back and I seen him with the gun in his hand. And that other boy that came with him, he had a rifle. And that's when so-and-so and them got shot. And then I tried to get up and that's when he shot me in the leg. You see, look, they gonna tell everything. So for all you brothers that's in that gangbang lifestyle, that's living that life, y'all know I'm not lying. A lot of y'all homeboys is locked up right now because a gangster told on them. Either that gangster was from your hood or from a different hood, but a gangster told on them. Think about it. My gangsters, come on now, work with me. Think about all your homeboys that locked up right now. Who told on them? The mass majority. Who told on them? Okay, then so you see what I'm saying? Now look, we might get a case every now and then where an innocent bystander might see a crime go down or a shooting go down and an innocent bystander say, hey look, this is what happened. You see? So that type of stuff right there happens too. But if we gangster and we keeping it real, when that type of stuff happens, the gang should be showing up at court and saying, hey look, nah, I understand they said they seen that, but that ain't what happened. I was right there. The person y'all got sitting over there, the defendant, he ain't shoot me. That's not him. The guy that shot me looked like this, had on that, had this type of gun and all that old type. Come on now, gangsters don't like to see gangsters go to jail. No, that's the worst thing they always say, man. The worst thing I could think about, man, is somebody being in jail. I ain't trying to put nobody in jail. Well then, you know, you need to be showing up to them court dates, clearing that guy. The guy that just shot your ass off. You need to be in the courtroom saying, hey look, Your Honor, that ain't him. But you ain't gonna do that. You ain't gonna do that. Because you don't mind him going to jail. Even though, you know, y'all confess, hey look man, the worst things can happen is somebody going to jail. I don't wish jail on my worst enemy. Ain't that what they say, y'all? I don't wish jail on my worst enemy. When your worst enemy is locked up, you don't go and defend them and say, hey, not him. It was somebody else. You let your worst enemy go to jail. Come on now. So look, I'm not trying to beat down on, well, yes I am. I am beating down on the gangsters, right? I am beating down on you street guys. But what I'm trying to say is this right here. Yo, I lived that life. I was a part of all that. The same way that y'all are believing, I believe the same thing. By the grace of the universal creator, that I was able to, escape that. And the only way I probably escaped death is probably because I went to jail for a long ass time. And when I got released, I was mature. You see what I'm saying? So that's how I possibly escaped death. You see? And a lot of y'all gonna go through that. But I don't want you to go through that. I want you to listen to what I'm saying and make a change. You see? I want you to change your thinking. I want you to change your lifestyle. Change the way of living. So that you can live a prosperous life without worrying about dying every single day. I know how y'all live. Man, listen, y'all think about death more than death itself. Because look, they gonna kill me one day. I'ma die one day, violently. But the cold-blooded part about that is this right here. As a gangbanger, as a street guy, we understand this and we know, look, I'ma get killed, I'ma get shot. The fucked up part about all that is that we don't get out the way. That's the messed up part. If you see a car trying to run you over, natural instincts is gonna say, move out the way, and you're gonna move. You see, if you don't know how to swim, you're not gonna jump into the ocean because you don't know how to swim. You see, if you on a boat and you see a shark, you're not gonna jump in the water knowing that the sharks will eat your ass up. You're not gonna do that. So why is it that when we know we are playing with our lives and we are playing with death, that we just sit there? We welcome it. If it happens, it happens. I'm gonna roll the dice and hope that it don't happen. When all you got to do, if you conscious and aware, is to remove yourself from that environment. Change your thinking. Change your lifestyle. Change your ideas to things that are positive and prosperous. Instead of sitting in that pool of misery, pain, and death, because that's all that environment has for you. And you sit there year after year, month after month, paranoid out your mind, knowing what's to come. But like I said before, the fucked up part about it is that you ain't gonna do nothing about it. You gonna welcome it. I'm trying to tell you brothers right now today, fuck what the hood's saying. Excuse my language, y'all. But fuck what the hood's saying, right? If they want to call you a punk, a coward, for leaving, for changing your mind, because you choose to live instead of die, let them do that. Let them do it. But at the end of the day, while you living, you gonna notice that all your friends that called you punks, cowards, and all that, they gonna be dying. This is hood educated, not lame related. Peace and love, and y'all take care of yourself out there. If I said anything that caused you to think, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. And if you're feeling generous, please make a small donation to the channel. Peace and love.